What a joy it is now for me to introduce someone to you who has lived at the mission. And she is going to step forward this morning and share her experience with us. Sherrita Tabor, or Tabor, and I'm not certain which it is, Sherrita, but you'll help me with that. Good morning, and thank you for being here.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I think I'm a little nervous. I work at Planet Fitness, so I shouldn't be, but I think I'm more telling y'all my story. I entered the mission on November the 6th of last year, and I had to separate from 2 or 5 of my children. Being the mother of 5 children has been one of the hardest things for me. I worked 23 years raising a son that have autism and having to accept that after my father passed away. I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana, and I originally came down in Houston whenever we experienced Hurricane Katrina. I ended up having to go back home because my dad had got diagnosed with cancer. He lost the battle 2 days before Christmas in 2010. So I ended up having to leave my grandmother because I needed my own life. I was raised by my dad and my grandmother. I came back in 2014, and I worked 3 jobs to try to take care of my children. I finally got my oldest daughter off to college. She is there at Xavier. This is her 2nd year in. She's going to school for pharmacy. She'll start pharmacy school next year. And no babies, nothing. She's 100% focused. I had to accept on the 5th of November. I was down to my last $27, working 23 years and having $27. I have a lot of pride because my dad was Air Force. I come from a Catholic family, and I had to call a mission and give up everything I was used to. I had to spend $4,700 paying for hotel fees. And I called the mission. I reached out, and Miss Gwendolyn answered the phone and called me back and told me that I had got accepted in by Miss Bree, and I ended up coming in on the 6th, me and my boys. That was the hardest thing for me because I never wanted to be in a situation like this. And at that moment, I almost gave up. I did not have a mom coming up after 7. I ended up being in foster homes, going through so many life trials. It was a lot of storms that got me to where I am. But I am grateful that the mission allowed me and my kids to come in. And I do want to thank them for all that they've given me. I didn't have a mom growing up. So when I went into the mission, I never had child care. I was able to get child care resources. The caseworkers, Miss Bree and Miss Tamika, helped me out with that. I had the House of Hope. I had Miss Tamala and Miss B. They helped me with stuff like that as far as getting connected to resources so that I wouldn't have to pay out of pocket to get my kids, so that they would be able to, I can continue to work. My job did offer me a manager's position, but I had to put it on hold because my son had to have surgery in June. Then one thing that I needed that I didn't have growing up in 39 years was mothers. Not only did I get Miss Concetta, I also got Miss Barbara as well. Every day these women keep me focused on my goals and not giving up. It was so many days that I wanted to walk out the mission because I was embarrassed. I go to work every day. People don't know I live in a mission. They don't know I stay in a shelter, not the customers that I come across. But I hold it together because those women names that I told you that's at the mission, it's a lot of people in there who don't know because they're scared at the end of the day, but there are resources there for us to help us so we can move forward. It's not a place where we just sit down and it's people who don't know. There are actually women and mothers in there with plans, but they don't know how to move forward. But because we have the foundation with the caseworkers and Ms. Bree and Ms. Concetta and Ms. Barbara and them, we're able to maneuver through. So I am a mom with a plan, and I plan on getting ready to exit the mission in a couple of weeks because of all the people there who've helped me successfully. So, I mean, at the end of the day, please don't give up on us and think that people are just sitting there because they choose to be. There are people like me who don't look homeless. Because if you come to my job, you won't know that I'm a homeless woman who's raising kids. You'll think that I have it all together. But at the end of the day, we have to accept and eat what life is. And I had to eat that. But I do want to thank y'all for listening to my story. And I appreciate y'all, and y'all have a good day.